my recording and sharing screen. I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so I was still here. Then similarly, we will have server side glide class. So similarly, like we have 6 types in our client side, right? So we have similarly some 5 types in our server side glide classes, and the basic one, like which everyone will ask, is glide record. Then we have glide system. Then we have glide aggregate. Then we have glide date time. Then glide element. So for this also, I will give simple one-line definition so you can understand. Just overview. Like we have our in ServiceNow also we have database, but we don't perform any action of on our database because that is inbuilt in ServiceNow, right? But we have to fetch record, we have to do some filtering, we have to somewhere write code, like we need to write code to insert, to delete, to update, and to even query that. Like I want to request like from incident records which are created by Gautam, I want to fetch that. So for that also we have to write query on table, right? Incident table. So for that purpose, we will use glide record. So in simple ways, you can say database queries, just in simple understand. Okay. We can perform all the actions on our database, like all the CRUD operations and those. Yeah, mostly we can say CRUD operations. And Sharath, as you have knowledge on of .NET, it is similarly like LinkU. Using LinkU also we can perform all the CRUD operations, right? You will see the syntax like 50% related to LinkU, glide record. Then we have glide system. So we can perform like showing error message, showing info message. We can add some decors to our field. Like if you want some, there will be a like star like symbol which will blink for 5 seconds and it will go. So all those things we can perform using glide system. Like we have some 30 to 40 things which glide system can perform, and we will see 5 to 6 from those, and remaining one I will share you a document so you can practice remaining. Okay. For example, I'm giving show info message, show error message, show warning message, all those things. Okay. So glide aggregate. So here in glide record we are pulling the data, right? Here also we are pulling the data, but what is the difference then? Okay. For here on glide record I am pulling the data, like just I am pulling the count, like how many Gautam has created, and I will get that list, right? But here I will not get the list. Here I will get like I will perform actions like addition, subtraction, like getting the sum of that, average of that, those things. Okay. And you will see this when you are working in real time. Okay. And glide date time. So if you want to get, like you have some query and you want to get some, like in want to simplify that, so we can say so if you have some date like created date on your incident, that is on 10th of this month, and you want to compare that with today's date. But how you can get today's date? So today's date you can get from this glide date and time. Okay, you can get today's date and time. So in some cases you need to find what is the difference, like how many days it has been, right? Incident has been created, like how many days it has been. So you can do like you can write this code, right? Today's date minus that created date, so you will directly get 7 days, 10 days, all those things. So for that purpose we will use this. And glide element, like we have created labels, right? In ServiceNow we don't have HTML. So here we instead of HTML we will have our that label, all those things. But if you want to perform any action on that particular labels, like we can say that as in simple words as elements, if you want to perform any action on that, so we will use this glide element and we will perform some action, like making some changes on that, making that bold, making that something on element. We will use this glide element. Okay. But most common thing from this is glide record. This is common, you will use daily. Then we will use this glide system, and then we will use this rarely. Like if you use this 100% every day, we will use 50% or 40%. That depends on your requirement. And glide element, this is very rarely, we can say 10%. Okay. So similarly to client side script, if you are writing client side script, this glide record and glide user, we will use this 100%, like every regular time. If that is client side, this glide form, glide user will be 100%. Okay. And then we have glide ajax, this is just for one purpose. So if you need to call any script include, this is the only purpose. And these three remaining are like as I told you, 10%. In like we have in server side we have glide element. So in similar way we have these three here,
పొజిట్లు
which
కావాలి
are
అంతే. ఏ పేపర్లు తెచ్చిన
uh,
మమ్మల్ని చెబుతున్నాడు వెళ్ళి కనుక్కుంటా ఒకసారి మీ ఏను
okay. So we will use this three very rarely. Okay, just have a look on this. But these two are the common things you will need every day when you become ServiceNow developer. And similarly, these are the two common things you will use every day, starting to. So any queries till now? Because from tomorrow's class, we will go to the scripting part. First, we will go to this client script. Then we will go to this UI policy. And then we will go to UI actions. And after that, we will go to business rules and script includes. So if you have any queries till now, you can ask. And main purpose, before even going to script, we have to know, like if you get some requirement, you have to know which type of script you have to write. You have to write client side script, or you have to apply UI policy, or you have to apply UI action, or you have to write business rule, or you have to write script include. This is the first thing you should know, which type of script you should write. Only after that it will be easy for you. After that you can learn all these things. All these things you can learn later. But first thing is you to know which type of script you need to write for that particular requirement. Okay. So for example, on incident, I have incident and child incidents also, right? Which I have told you on first class. Let me open one thing. So this is my incident. and under incident we have child incidents. Is for example, we say we have 10 child incidents, and what is my requirement? So when I try to resolve this incident, or else when I try to close the parent incident, first I want to check if all the child incidents are closed or not. If they are closed, only then my parent incident should be closed. So this, if this is an requirement, and actually this is a common requirement in ServiceNow whenever we are working on incident management. So which type of script we will write? So that so you can from the class we have seen just now, you can try you can try to tell which type of script we will write. We will write client side script, or we'll write UI policy, or we will write UI action, or we will write a business rule, or we will write script include. Just any guess. Sharath, Sohail, anyone?
So Gautam, that needs to be done in the button click, right?
Which one?
So I think if we click on resolve, then automatically we need to check whether the child incident is closed or not, right?
Correct.
I think we can use business rule, right?
Yes. Yes, we can use business rule, but here like we will use two combinations. Like we can use even business rule, and you can use even UI action also. Like we have that resolve button, right? So you can write code inside that also. You can check condition inside that also. If that agrees, you can resolve. And second thing is
Oh,
business rule. Business rule also is correct because we have condition on the top. Okay. Uh, like on business areas we have sorry, on business rules we have condition. Like if the state changes to resolve or those, we can perform database actions, right? This is because this is database. We will hit database first, and we will know if that is all the child are close or not, and then we will perform action. So we can like 100% business rule, but in some cases UI action also. Okay.
okay.
Okay, that is the purpose. So okay, Sharath. Yeah, like this is the 100%. Like this is the basic requirement. This is the basic requirement we will have in ServiceNow, and then we will have one more requirement. So this is our incident, and using incident we have created a problem ticket, or using incident we have created a change request. So while this person on problem ticket, if he is closing problem ticket, he have to check if like he have to not check when problem ticket is getting closed. So he has to check close all the incidents attached to that problem ticket. This is also a 100% requirement of ServiceNow. So you got the question right? In simple words again, like we have 100 incidents from 100 different users, and they are telling that their networking is getting disturbed. Okay, so from 100 users we have 100 incidents. So to resolve that 100 incidents, we created a problem ticket because we want to resolve that issue permanently. Okay, so for example, I am taking one of the already created one. So for example, this is my problem ticket. Okay, so problem ticket person has worked on the ticket, and he got the solution, and he has found the root cause of that. So now he want to close the problem ticket. So whenever the problem ticket get closed, so all the related incidents should also get closed. Okay, so that is also a requirement. So in that also we need to write the business rule only. Okay, so business rule, whenever we are closing the problem ticket, we have to check its related incident, and we have to close that. So this is also a 100% requirement from service now in ITSM. Okay. So clear, or I am speaking which you are not able to understand?
Oh, clear, Gautam.
Okay, right. Okay, then. Okay, this for only this for now. Just like we will start a class from tomorrow, right? So just before that, go to on change, on submit, on sell, edit. Sorry, you can leave this because we don't have this in JavaScript. You can check on load, on submit, and on change. Like, what are the differences? Like when we say on change, when we say on submit, and when we say on load, just check those things. And one more thing, like we can make mandatory also from JavaScript, right? Even check that. We can make read only from JavaScript, so please check that. And we can make visible true or false using JavaScript, so even check that. Like we can do these 3 actions using script and without script also. So but have a knowledge of script also. Okay. So just go through this. And one more thing is that get value and set value again. Just go through that. Okay, Sharath and Sohail, Sai Kiran.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So from tomorrow for I think next 15 days we will be on scripting only. Different type of scripting, like for client side script we will divide into 2 days, like 2 days, 1 day for on change and on submit, and second day on sell, edit and on load, and one particular day for UI policy. Okay. And then one particular day for UI action. So here only we are covering 4 days only for client side script. Then we have server side script, so we will again divide 4 days for this before after, and 2 days, 1 day for this and 1 day for this. So again 2 days, and we will see script include. 1 day we will call that in server side. We will check all those things, and 1 day we will call script include in client side. So we will check that. So here only you will see around 10 days. And after that, next 5 days we will use some use cases. We will try some around 5 to 6 use cases. I will do 5 to 6 use cases and I will show you. And after that, I will give you 5 to 6 use cases which you can try by yourself. And if you have any queries, we can try that in one session. Okay. So clear? Because this is the important part in service now about this scripting. Okay. So if you don't know this scripting, you will be on admin part only. If you know this scripting part, you can be a developer. Okay. So just focus on the scripting part. And if you have any doubt in scripting, you can ask me, because this is very, very important in developer interview also. And wherever there is any interview question while explaining classes, I will let you know. Okay. Clear, Sharath?
Okay. Yeah, Gautam.
Okay, then. That's all for today. And mostly I will try to upload this video today itself, or else I will upload this on Saturday, because my office starts from 11 and I will have continued calls. So that is the purpose I am not uploading every day. Okay.
Okay, Gautam. No problem. Like yesterday's video also did
Yeah.
not upload.
Yes. I will try to upload that today itself by 1 or 2 today. And if possible, I will upload it on today's video also, this session also. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Bye bye.
Thank you. Yeah, bye.